Assalamu alaikum girls. Welcome to week 6 of term 3. Inshallah, this week we are going to look at a new topic which is Scorekeeper in Alice. Many of you have already played online games and you know that every online game has a scorekeeper, which is something that keeps your score while you are playing the game, right? Okay, so let's get into our lesson. Before I start off, let's do some flip chart questions as a starter for today. The first question is the model, color, weight, etc. of a car object is part of its dash. Are these things the object of a car, the class of a car, the properties of a car, or the functions of a car? Think for 2 seconds. Let's check the answer. Yes, these are examples of properties of a car. Alright, next question. Change, color, move forward, etc. are dash and they change the properties of objects. Yes, I think you've got the correct answer. These are methods. The third question for you today. All objects available in Alice are contained in the dash. Is it the gallery, the event initializer, my first method tab, or a scene? Where are all the objects available? You must have all got this right. It's in the gallery. Last starter question for today. We have the steps here, which is to create an event. We need to arrange them in the right order. So let's see. First, you have to open Alice. Definitely, when we open Alice, we have to choose a template first. And then we always add our objects first. What happens next out of these three? We need to click on create a new event. And then we choose the correct event type you need. Also, edit the event to make it do what you do. Alright, good job. Coming back to our lesson for today. The objectives for today's lesson is we are going to try to understand what is a scorekeeper and what are its methods. And we are also going to be able to use a scorekeeper object in Alice. So this is your practical part for today. And as advanced objective, we are going to modify the class activity and try to make it a more interesting game. So when we talk about scorekeeper, the first question comes up, what is a scorekeeper? A scorekeeper in Alice is actually just an object which can show scores when you are playing the game. It shows the scores as a text. It has methods to increase the score and decrease the score as you continue playing the game. So today what we will do is we will learn how we can use the scorekeeper object in Alice and what all are the things it can do. Now let's see how a scorekeeper works in a real quiz or a game. I have a sample quiz here for you and we can see as we play how the score is getting updated. So this is my sample quiz for you. I'm going to open this file I already have. To try to play this quiz, I click play over here. And it says I can use W and S to move up and down, forward, backward, start the game. Alright. I'm just going to start the game and show you how the scorekeeper updates itself. As you can see, when I started the game, there is a scorekeeper object over here. It is an object in Alice and it is a text. So anytime my score increases, you will see this increasing. So let's see. The quiz is first asking me what was the first cash crop. Let me try option B. That was the wrong answer, so I did not get any scorekeeper update. Then it asked me what were the New England colonies known for. Let me press option D. That was also incorrect. So now it asks me the third quiz question. Let me try option A. It says I am right and I need to click on an object to get points. So I'm going to use the arrow keys to move around. Let me try clicking on this house. See, my scorekeeper updated itself to 400. So this is an example of a scorekeeper object which looks like a text. You can move it around when you create it in the first place and it updates itself when you continue playing the game. So let me get out of this game for now. Now we need to look at what does a scorekeeper object actually look like. For the purpose of this, because of the fact that a Scorekeeper object is not available in Alice by default, and the object we will learn next week, which is timer, is also not available in Alice by default. What I have done is I've made a blank file called blank file with timer and Scorekeeper for you, which already has a timer and Scorekeeper in it, so that you can download this from Edmodo and use it directly. So I will show you what this looks like. For the purpose of our lesson today, as you know, we are not using timer, we are learning about Scorekeeper today. So I'm just clicking on the timer object and deleting it for now. The slide is telling us that the Scorekeeper object comes as a 3D text 0, and you can move it wherever you would like to move. Let's try this. So this is our object over here. And this object, you see, can be moved around just like any other object. Alright. Then our slide is telling us to check out what features it has. So let's try to see what features are there for the Scorekeeper object. You can see, as usual, when an object is added into Alice, this object comes over here. So Scorekeeper is here. And when we try to go to its details and properties, it has a property called current score. This is what the current score it is currently showing here. So for example, if I change this to 1, this will become the current score. But as you can see, this 1 does not reflect over here. Why? Because there is another property called the text, and that text has to be set to 1 if you want to change it. So for example, I'm changing it to 1. See, it changed over here. Alright. Let's see what else are the features of the Scorekeeper object. The Scorekeeper object, like any other object, has methods, and it has 3 important methods which we need to know. The first method is the set score method, which will set the score. Next is the increment score. Increment means increase. So the increasing score method and the decreasing score method. Decrease is also called decrement. So let's try to see that over here. Under the Scorekeeper, let's go to methods. It has the 3 methods that was explained in the PowerPoint. Set score, increment score, and decrement score. So now what we can see is to look at some sample code over here. This is taken from another ILS file. You can see that there is a method here which is setting the current score to 0. Then if this is a quiz, depending on whether the user is answering the question correctly or not, we are either doing increment score 1, else decrement score 1. Okay, so what we can do today now is, I have a simple game for you. I will show you a demo of the game, after which I will show you how it was made. And this game uses the Scorekeeper object. So let's check out this catch the chicken game now. This is the file. I'm trying to open it. In this game, each time you click on a chicken, your score will increase, and anytime you touch on anything else, the ground or the sky, your score will decrease. So let's play this game. See, each time I click on a chicken, my score increases, and if I touch on the ground, my score decreases. Increase, 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 decrease, decrease. Alright. So now this is your task for today. We are going to try to make this game in Alice. So let me explain to you step by step what you need to do. The first step in you doing the assignment of making the catch the chicken or any other object as a game is you need the blank file that I was talking to you about first. So if you come to Edmodo to your assignment, you will see this assignment here which has the blank file of timer and Scorekeeper attached to it. So click on open as usual, and then come to this attachment on the side. Press on the small arrow over here. That will give you an option called download. When it asks you where to save the file, choose an option of a location that is easy for you to find. Usually choosing desktop is better. Save your file there. Once you save your file and you try to open it, this is the blank file with timer and scorekeeper. So let's double click on it to open this file. For today's task, as you know, we need only the scorekeeper and not the timer. So I will click on the timer, right click and delete it. And here you have your proper scorekeeper object for you to make the game. So you can move it around if you want. If it is in the place that you would like for it to be, this is okay. Now what we need to do is create some objects over here. In the example I showed you, it was a chicken, but for your activity this is up to you. Any object is fine. So I'm going to choose some other animal for this exercise. I will add a bunny and do some copies for the bunny. I want to create some extra copies of the bunny. Okay, now each of these bunnies I'm going to move them into different areas of the screen so that the game can be played. Alright, now in this world what I need to do is to make the game. Whenever I press on any bunny, the score should increase, and when I press on the ground, the score should decrease. So this can be done using events, and you are all familiar with making events now. So we need one event which is based on clicking, that is the mouse is clicked on something, and in our case the something is a bunny. So I'm going to add this event for every single bunny. I will start with the first one over here. When the mouse is clicked on the first bunny, what should we do? The score should increase. And where can I find the methods of the scorekeeper? Press on scorekeeper here. Inside methods you will find increment score. Drag and drop this over here, and it will ask how much should the increase be. So this is up to you. I want to choose maybe 2 for example. When the mouse is clicked on the bunny, increase the score by 2. Now this event I need for all my bunnies. So let me make them one by one. When the mouse is clicked on the next bunny, do the same thing. When the mouse is clicked on the next bunny, do the same thing. When the mouse is clicked on the bunny number 4, increase the score. So you can see these are all just methods, nothing more. When the mouse is clicked on bunny number 3, increase the score. Sorry, let me change this all to 2. When the mouse is clicked on bunny number 2, this is the last one, do increase score. Now I also need an event to decrease the score when the mouse is clicked on the ground. So again you need a new event, create new event when the mouse is clicked, and this time you want it to be ground. What should you do? Decrease the score. And where will you find that? Under scorekeeper methods, decrement score, because decrement means decrease. Decrease by how much? For example 1. Now according to the events I've created, anytime you press on a bunny, the score will increase by 2, and anytime you click on the ground, the score will decrease by 1. Let's try to see if our game is working. See, I'm getting -1, -2 now because I'm clicking on the ground. Now if I click on a bunny, it increases by 2. So now I know that my game is working. This is the file you need to upload at the end of your activity. As your plenary for today, there is a short quiz on Edmodo, 4 questions for 4 minutes for 4 marks, which you have to complete and submit along with the Alice file you will be submitting. So you will be submitting the Alice file in your Scorekeeper in Alice assignment. And to do the quiz, come to the plenary quiz of Scorekeeper. Press on Take Quiz. This will take you to the 4 questions. It is timed for 4 minutes. Start the quiz. Complete all the 4 questions. Click on Next and then eventually submit your quiz. That's all for today, girls. Hope you have a good week ahead of you.